Conquerors, warriors, welcome into another edition of the Front Seven Rush Show. I'm your man, Vince Ingram. Got my superstar producer, big time B. John Kelly.
Yo,
What's up, bro? What's up?
what is up? I'm good. I'm pretty good. Just tightening my microphone right now.
Right. You
I'm all
unplug your
right.
stuff every night?
I move it around a bit because you know, I typically work here if I'm not at the actual office, so
Mm,
I don't really unplug it. I try not to. Try not to.
right. Okay. That's what's up, man. Beautiful day today.
Oh,
Uh,
very beautiful.
it was about 82 here, sun shining. Dang, it was hot, man.
Felt pretty close. It's actually I was just outside like an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just so strange, like, and I've lived here my whole life, but to go outside and for it to feel like it's nighttime, but for it to feel like it's like daytime, just without the sun, like it's like humid, it's like kind of hot,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I mean, it's a great summer night, but it's not summer.
Right. What do you think about? Have you noticed, man, that it seemed to be getting really dark? I mean, really dark.
Yeah, the time changed.
I mean, I know that. I'm not just talking about getting dark. I'm talking about it's like it's getting darker than normal, you
Oh,
know?
I feel that. Yeah, cuz I don't know what's up with that. Like I walk out of work. If I walk out of work at 6, it's pitch black.
Pitch
Pitch black.
black, right?
And I'm just like, I don't remember. I don't know. This seems a little it feels like it didn't shift in 1 hour. It feels like it
Right.
shifted a couple hours.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. It's like it's freaking like we don't have any street lights or anything, man. Like this just super dark.
Yeah.
It's
It's weird.
crazy.
It's
It's
weird.
crazy.
No, but I feel the same way. What's up, Bodine? Sammy.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Odin?
I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving too. Happy holidays.
Yeah. Man, Christmas is already here, man. Already here. Time goes so fast, bro.
Man.
It goes so fast, man. Yeah. So we're gonna jump right into it, man. We're not gonna play too many games. We're gonna get right on into it. We got a lot to talk about. You and I discussed some stuff the other day. I sent you some more stuff. So we just gonna kind of bounce around, man. Bodine, Sammy, please join in on these conversations, man. If y'all got something you want to chop it up about, throw it on the table, man. I mean, throw it on the table. You know what I'm saying? And let's see what we can get out of it.
Yeah.
I seen, and I don't know how true it is, but I seen a report that said that Dion reached out to some of the millionaires and billionaires, um, some of these elite black people, as like like LeBron, Jay Z, Diddy, even Big Mike, because he's that big time, black advocate. We need to make everything black. So apparently, Dion reached out to these guys and asked before he took this Colorado job. I don't know how true it is. I just want to know what you think. And Sammy, you can go in, y'all chime in on this. Do y'all think that this is an accurate statement? Because the guy said Dion reached out to these guys to see if they can, help out with the salary so he could stay at Jackson State with the HBCU.
Hmm.
And everybody, just turn the ringers off.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Had a picture of these gentlemen, man. I mean, and that was just a few of them. Supposedly, he
Ooh.
reached out to several,
Ooh. If you were one
black
of those
billionaires.
guys, if you were one of those guys and he reached out to you, would you have donated to his salary?
I can easily say yes. So that's not a question I can really, because I can say yes all day and people be like, man, he lying. He ain't gonna do, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But I mean, the individual that I am, or you know what? You answer that question. You know me. I got
I
seven
don't.
hundred million like LeBron. I got $1 billion like LeBron.
I could be
Deion
wrong, but
Sanders.
I don't see you donating to his salary. Maybe to the school, but I don't see
Well,
you.
I mean, donating to him and the good that he's doing, you will be donating to the school. You would want to keep him around to keep doing what he's doing at the school.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so I can
Huh.
say all day I would, man, but it don't really carry much weight because I can that just make me look good to say I would.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
if it's for the cause, I completely see you saying like, oh yeah, like if you can have any participation in Dion helping them at JSU, but
Hmm.
I wonder what it sounded like when he reached out to them. Like, I mean,
Well,
I wonder what that.
I know.
No,
Because I'm pretty sure, he shouldn't have to go through anybody to get it with those guys.
right?
I mean,
Exactly.
he
That's a
has a
phone call.
direct line to LeBron. He has direct line to Jay
Yeah,
Z. Dion. Yeah.
I
I would
can't
rather
see
hang out with
those.
Dion than Jay Z all day.
Yeah, I mean, for you, that's close to home, but like, I can't
And
see
think
these
about me. Think
guys.
about football. Think about
Yeah.
all of these things. Um, and the great thing that this dude has done is doing, I can see it, man. I can see it because I know how the influence he has on it. And yeah, I would love to see the dude. And I know that college football coaches of his caliber, what their salaries are.
Right.
And it's not no $200,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, now 5 million. But those guys should have been able to get him close. If you take 10 millionaires, okay, Colorado gave him 5 million. I don't know how long the contract is.
I just don't see them doing that unless they were football heads themselves. But I mean, they're all different sports, different careers.
But see, it's not, see, you're not even looking at the big picture. It's not about the sports, it's about the HBCU that they've been saying needs you better help from blacks. So it's about all of this stuff that everybody's talking about. We need to be more. The blacks need to have their own. The blacks need to,
That's
do this.
that's fair if that's what the request sounded like. But I don't know what the request sounded like.
It had to. I mean, that's why Big Mike was in the picture. Big Mike is. We need black everything. We need black banks. We need black this. We need black. That's his whole mission.
Yeah.
LeBron. We need to stick together. I don't hear Jay Z talking a lot.
I don't
Um,
think this is true.
may not be.
Cause look, this is Deion Sanders, right?
This is
Prime
prime.
time. He would have just made a video. Wouldn't he have made this public? Wouldn't he have publicly put this out?
You got a point. Dion probably would have.
You know?
He called out everybody else. He called
Yeah.
out the he called out the scouts in the NFL.
Mm,
So he probably would have. I
yeah.
You would think, cause yeah, this Dion, and he don't seem to bite his tongue when he got something on his mind. Um, that's a
I don't
great
know. I
point.
don't think it's
That's a
true.
great point.
Cause like you said, HBCU, okay, then Dion's there, and so he's bringing awareness to it. Okay. They would have put some money into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't hear anything, and if that is apparently the reason he left, I don't know. It just sounds like a rumor.
Probably maybe, man. It may be. Like I said, it's just something I saw, read. It could, rightfully so be a rumor. Um, you know. What is
I don't
Sam
know.
saying?
He said, "Why is it as black people do we scream support black, but In the same breath, we'll tear one another down because we don't necessarily agree with one's personal decisions.
Yeah. Um, I mean, we could talk about this till the end of time, man. It's just,
Yeah.
and we could talk about it till the end of time. What can we say?
It's
I mean,
it's a habit. I mean, how do we sum that up? It's just a habit that we got to break.
it's it's a curse that yeah, definitely we have to
Curse we have
break,
to
man.
break.
We have to break. Lou, what's up, bro? What's going on, man? Yeah, we definitely have to get off of that. So we don't know how true it is. So we're not gonna dance on it too long, man. We'll leave it alone. Um, yeah, we won't rock with it too long. Um, we'll move on to something else. So um, I was gonna ask you a question, man.
Okay.
If and this is just we don't have to dance on it long. I just kind of want to throw it out there to you, man. You know how you have parents who live their life a certain way, right?
Right.
Let's say, let's say we'll use something easy. Let's say they smoke weed.
Okay.
How is it even possible for them for a father to tell his son, man, you don't need to be smoking weed? Is it even possible?
It shouldn't be, but it happens every day.
Happens every day, right? Parents should live by example, right?
They should.
When
They
they have
should.
children.
Ooh,
If
parents
you're a
are some of the
mom, I'm
biggest.
gonna switch it up. If you're a mom, you date older men. Could you tell your daughter you shouldn't date older men?
She
I mean,
sure
you
is.
can.
You can. She shouldn't. She shouldn't listen.
Do the mom have a leg to stand on?
Ooh, she can try. I mean, I guess it's how well can the parent BS at that point? Like how well can they hide their own ish and
Mm-hmm.
try to tell the kid to do something different? Or
Right.
are they just blatant hypocrites, just like right in front of the kid, not even trying to hide it, not
Yeah. Yeah.
smoking, telling them, nah, you shouldn't smoke. Like,
There's
it's
no way I can be blowing weed smoking my son's face, and he just failed his second drug test, and I'm getting on him about, bro, you can't be smoking weed, man.
it doesn't
How
make any
can I do
sense.
that?
Don't make
It,
any
you
sense.
right? Um, I was just curious, man, to know what you thought about that.
Real quick, before we end that, would you agree and say that that parent um kind of lacks something, like they might lack, I don't know, a certain level of commitment or like something.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest with you. Um,
But yeah, I agree. I don't think they
I,
have much of
I
a
I
leg to
really don't
stand
know,
on.
but I think that me, having sons, man, I've always tried to lead by example.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't do something in front of my son that I would, ridicule him about doing.
Mhm.
There's no way, you know, there's no way I would not work and then, when he gets to working age and not work, to be telling him he needs to ever get a job.
It wouldn't make no sense.
Right.
You're just
Yeah.
confusing them. You're adding just like, yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
And then he'll of course have to say something one day. What about you? And then you
Yeah.
try and pull the superiority role and blah blah blah.
What can you say?
I mean, I don't know. It sounds like a cover up because it sounds like a lie. So you got to lie to cover up a lie to cover up a lie. That's what it sounds
Right.
like.
I don't know what you can say. I want better for you. That's it. So you would have to admit that whatever it was you did or doing that you're ashamed of it, so to speak, right?
If you admit it,
If you say I want better for you.
if you admit it.
Yeah, I just
To accept it and to just ignore it, then what are you teaching them?
that it's okay. Uh I guess, right?
Man, yeah, I will never be that type of parent because that just sounds like a headache.
It has to be, man. It has to be. I definitely, and nobody's perfect,
No
man,
one's
but I
perfect.
just think that you have to lead by example, and how dare you um use excuses. Well, I smoke weed because I got a lot of stress on me. Come on,
But you
bro.
shouldn't. But you shouldn't.
But you
Even when you're
shouldn't.
stressed, no, you gotta find another way.
Yeah,
But it works
yeah.
for me.
But it works for me, and I'm older than you. That's another one.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm
Oh man,
grown.
yeah. Um, so that's just that kind of that's a trip to me.
Yeah.
Um, what Salmon say his question is?
Um, he said, "Who the heck, you know, uh, substitute that was talking anything about Jackson State prior to Deion Sanders arriving and turning the college around? Deion did an awesome job for the school and the athletes. Deion put Jackson State on the map.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. B. Lewis
I
said my
even
cousin sells and smokes weed, but his son is a police detective. Wow.
You think the son has a duty to to to, I mean, does he have a duty to report his dad?
Well, I mean, that's not his. If he's a detective, I don't
He goes
think.
case by case, huh?
Yeah, and I don't know what type of detective he is, what division, but I don't think something like petty weed distribution.
Imagine if he was like one of those DEA detectives or something.
Well, DEA guys, they go for the big dog. So
Okay, okay.
if dad is selling $10 bags and he probably makes $500 a week.
What if dad's selling pounds? That's his main thing.
If dad's rocking like that, then I don't even see how he can. That's such a conflict of interest. I don't see how that's working.
He- yeah, he grew up with them, became a police detective in his house.
Right, right. And I mean, it just may worked out to the point to where he was like, man, because a lot of time the kids be more responsible than the parent. And
Mm,
he could have possibly been like, man, this ain't right, man. And ain't no telling what he saw in the house
yeah,
growing up to deter him from, going down that road where he's saying, I want to do better, man.
right, right.
Which you have a lot of kids do when they have irresponsible parents and parents that they doing things that the kids are actually ashamed of. They will take a different and a more productive route. Um,
This is some pretty wild scenarios. Um, I like to write stories. Let me add a little twist to that. What if,
mhm.
and when he was growing up, and his dad's selling weed or doing whatever, and he saw how the police treated him, so he wanted to be a police detective to try and he saw where something could be changed, something could be better.
Right.
But he's looking past what the dad's doing. He's more so looking at the treatment and the
Mm-hmm.
racial divide and things like that. A little
Mm.
complication to it and make it a movie.
Right. I mean, who knows, man? I mean, only he knows. And
Yeah,
I'll be curious to know what type of relationship he has with dad too. Cause I
yeah,
mean, he can't possibly respect him, man. He may put up with him, but
yeah, that's a conflict for sure.
Yeah, he
I,
probably don't
yeah,
respect him. You know
yeah.
how
They're
he's
probably
moving.
it's probably not a daily like I'm at dad's house every day.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah, no. I wouldn't think
yeah,
he might. And it may have even distanced itself all the way from pops.
yeah. Because then I mean that's just if he's trying to be as fair as possible, he's
Hmm.
trying to distance himself away so that he doesn't become a crooked cop or
Get caught
start
up in some
start
foogagery.
start breaking rules and things. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
laws,
you
shall I
when you
say?
dealing with somebody like that, you're right. You could possibly, get caught up with something like
Yeah,
that, man.
definitely.
You know,
Yeah,
on accident. Um, quick little tidbit.
little movie scene right there.
Have you ever talked to somebody, man?
Talk to a lot of somebody's.
Right on, and the conversation, you can't really have a conversation with them because they like you start talking, they will cut you off. Like,
Yeah,
like you're getting into a conversation talking about a particular situation, and they know about the situation,
yeah,
and they jump in mid conversation.
yeah. Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
You're having a conversation with them. You're talking, getting your stuff off, and then they just kind of
Y'all having a dialogue,
yeah,
and hey man, so yeah, last night when I was at the store, and then I bought some. They got that juice on sale down there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know they got the juice on sale. And this, and then, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Not too often, not too often, because
Mm-hmm.
I think I distance myself from annoyances, from irritations, things like that. Like that stuff like that just
That
nah,
annoys you?
that would annoy the heck out of me. So
Yeah.
yeah, not so much. I think I could name on one hand,
Yeah.
probably three fingers. I could probably
Yeah.
list the amount of people in my life that would do that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
I, I remember meeting a guy, man, some years back, and we was doing a business deal together. Turned out awful, actually. But anyway, he was like, man, you know what, man? I like talking to you, man. He said it's rare. He said I pay attention to how people, converse with dialogue, and how you can let, you know, a person get everything out or most of everything out before you chime in. And he was saying that, how that's so rare. I never really paid attention till he said that. And I started watching, watching that, watching people, other people. And he was saying how people that's hard for people to do. They get a little excited and whatever
yeah,
to jump in. And I just kind of started watching that, man. And I was talking to a guy today that was like that, and it just made me think about it. I said, man, I'm gonna have to ask BJ, man. But yeah, this dude was a trip because he was exactly like that, man.
but do you? So yeah, that was some guy you're probably talking to today. But do you got that on a regular? Because I don't,
No,
right?
not on a regular. It just we couldn't even finish our conversation because of how he get back with dialogue. How he go back and forth. And I was just like you said, I was just annoyed. Like I'm just like, man, never mind. I gotta get back to work, doc. Oh man,
Nah, I can't do that. No, oh my gosh, those people irritate me.
yeah.
Those people, I'll say it just like that. Those people. Um, I guarantee Kanye West is one of those type of people. He just sounds like he would
You think
interrupt you.
so?
I don't think he could have a conversation without interrupting you.
Mm.
You think so? You think
No, probably not.
you probably couldn't get a single idea off? Nothing.
Oh man, that is crazy,
And I
man.
mean, speaking of Kanye running his mouth, have you heard the latest thing that he was talking about?
Now what's up?
So Kanye apparently loves Hitler.
Now I saw where you sent me that, man, and we're gonna have to talk about this the way we did the Dion thing. Are we sure that's what he said?
Oh, 100%, because this one is on a podcast.
Did he say he loved Hitler?
Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He said, I see good things about Hitler. And then he kept going. He said, I see good things about Hitler.
Damn,
And he kept
Kanye,
going. Yeah.
yay!
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, I actually think he actually said, I love Hitler. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me see the clip. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Yeah. Apparently, he has a disturbing history of admiring Hitler. Strange.
Damn, yay!
Strange. So this isn't the first time. Okay, here. I'll play a little bit of it, not too much, because
Mm-hmm.
Kanye is Kanye. Can't have too much of Kanye. Hey, I heard a funny thing before I play this clip. I heard somebody say that oh, that's Jimmy. Yeah, he did say that. He said, just to be fair, he said every human being has good values. And he was saying that Hitler has he said Hitler it's okay. He said something along the lines of every human being has a purpose. Every human being brings something and
Mm-hmm.
contributes something to our world. And he was saying, Hitler also falls into that category.
What do you think makes him say? What do you think makes him say that? Jimmy, what do you
uh,
think make him say every human being has good values?
what do you think?
Do you think that Jeffrey Dahmer had good values?
That'd be hard to say. No, I'd say no.
Do you think um I don't want to just keep using serial killers, man.
Right.
Um
Okay, Donald Trump.
I think Donald Trump got a lot of great values.
Okay,
I
never mind.
think so. Yeah. Um um but I mean I guess so, man. I guess you have to decide if they are good for you.
I, I think I think the issue is socially, no one wants to have that conversation about how the redeeming traits of Hitler, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he's around and he's been doing interviews and campaigns since and like going on this apology tour and showing off his redeeming traits. I mean, his biggest accomplishment was killing a lot of people, right? And leading
Mm-hmm.
that. So I don't think people want to go back in history socially. It's just, I just don't think it's a socially acceptable thing. Logically, it's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, every human being probably has a good side and they did some things good and probably had, uh, I mean, he probably had some killer success and motivational things he could have put in a book.
Mm-hmm. I
Killers,
mean, is
right?
it fair to say he was a great leader?
People go as far to say that because you can't
Yeah.
deny what he did
He got all
leadership
those
wise.
people to follow him
Yeah, yeah,
some kind of way.
yeah.
Um, Jimmy say, yes, we all have something inside of us that is beneficial to others in a good way.
I don't know, man. I just don't see the thing about Kanye is like there's always a side where you're like, well, I could see, but then it's like how he says it and that he just keeps going one thing after the
Yeah,
other. It's
yeah.
hard to
It's hard to get
support.
on the stair. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to support, man.
yeah. Yeah, he just yeah, man. He just because yeah, some of the stuff that he says, he has great points, and then just, you know, I don't know. He just has no filter.
None.
He has no filter, man. But it's clear that he's really not looking for friends.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, he don't care anything about friends, and I think he's reached a point in his life where he feel like, I mean, because this people just gonna be around him just cause how much money he make,
True.
and how what he's worth. So he's gonna have people around him, but I don't. Are people does people love him though?
Hmm.
Because the people that's around him for money, they don't care nothing about it.
Right,
They
right,
just
right.
they just hang around to get paid, and they
That's
going to
true.
work and whatever. So I guess if he's at that point where he don't care about nobody loving him, I'm almost curious to know how much time they're allowing him to spend with his kids.
Right. How often does he get to see them at this point?
Right. That's what I
Yeah.
was wondering, man. When I was reading something about Ye the other day, I was wondering like, because you don't even hear him talking about him really.
I mean, every now and then, but I think they may have had a conversation about. I mean, why wouldn't she, right? About, hey, you're gonna say a lot of things. I know you are, and I can't stop you, but
Mhm.
let's chill. Don't bring the kids into. So I could see that conversation being
Do
had.
you even think I don't even think she talking to Ye.
No, I think at least on that front, I think that at least probably would have.
You think?
Let me just give her benefit of the doubt. I think that at
God,
least that.
man. Everything, Bodine, what you think about that, man? Everything in me feel like she's not even talking to Ye, man. She
Hmm,
probably ain't answer his call. But I
yeah.
mean, his daughters probably got their own cell phones and stuff like
At
that.
this
So
point, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so I mean, he could probably reach out to them direct, which hopefully that's happening.
They still have to. Well, they have assistants and things the way these people do. So they could coordinate drop offs and pickups through third parties. They don't even have to talk to each other.
They don't, but I
Yeah.
just feel like everything in me feel like she's not letting that happen, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because she still got to sign off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have you heard anything about them going to court and visitation?
No,
We haven't heard anything about
haven't
none
heard
of that.
anything. No, no. Child support, nothing like that. I mean, that would have hit news. Like, even if they tried hiding it, they're digging that up.
Mm-hmm.
TMZ,
Right.
all that.
So, I mean, if anybody can find that out, man, what type of arrangement maybe he has with the daughters, um, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What's that, bro?
All right. This is Kanye West on the podcast. You know who Alex Jones is?
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, he was just let's just say he was at one point another Kanye. He has some crazy wild out there views that people absolutely hate, despise of.
Mm-hmm.
There's the whole Sandy Hook elementary shooting that he was trying to get everyone on board and say that was a hoax and things like that. He was like a big influencer of that, and they even
Mm-hmm.
took him to court and sued him for that. So this is his podcast.
Mm.
These two guys, I mean, maybe everyone on this panel has been banned by some form or fashion of
For
social
real?
media. And there goes Kanye West over there on the left hand side.
Right.
So this is what he said.
That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
He said, especially Hitler.
Damn, yay. It's clear, man. He's not looking for friends, bro.
Now I know that was taken out of context, and I don't want to really do him like that, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're just
We're just talking about how
talking
he
briefly.
puts stuff across, though. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Um,
You're gonna have all this backlash over talking about Jewish people, and then go and say that it's like you're obviously You're obviously doing this on purpose. Obviously.
Yeah, and I hate that, man, because I just feel like that it's affecting him and his relationship with his kids.
Hope not.
And I think that's what's most important. How can he, because she can go and argue if the kids are with him, their life could possibly be in danger
Oh,
with some of the stuff
100%.
he's saying.
Oh, easy, right?
You feel me?
Mhm.
So um that when he is off the handle like that, man, it's almost like a drug dealer. When you're a drug dealer, you put more of your life, you putting your family's life in danger too. If
Mhm.
you stiff somebody on some drugs, they may get your son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To
You
get
you
to
might
you.
be you might be gone making moves, but the family's gonna be in one
Right.
easy, predictable place.
Exactly. Because they just home watching TV playing
Yep.
games.
Yep.
And so when Ye says things like this, man, trust me, bro, he's making more enemies.
Yeah.
And you have his ex-wife on the other side that I'm pretty sure if she can just separate him from the kids, she would.
Mhm.
I just feel like that.
What's
Um,
wild is Kanye has so much that the media can talk about that they don't even have to do the whole thing of interviewing his family, interviewing his ex-girlfriends to get more information. Like you notice they don't do any of that. We don't see exes and cousins and things on interviews. It's all Kanye. Like he just
mhm,
exposes everything that they want to push.
right. And you're right. Nobody's coming out and like, hey, yeah, man, Kanye, that's my cousin. And we hadn't seen any of that.
None.
And that's rare.
He's got a whole family. I mean, how are they,
Hmm.
responding to this?
But I mean, he's probably taking care of 70% of them.
Probably.
Yeah. So they
Probably.
probably like, yeah, ain't saying no. Yeah. I mean, so he's at that level of life where his money has put him on a status level that's can't is undeniable.
Man,
Yeah, he's there. He's there.
Kanye.
But yeah, like you said, man, if anybody can run across, the relationship he has now with his kids, I'm curious. I'm just curious to know because right now you just kind of see him buzzing around, going off the handle, and I don't know. Like, does he even stay in the same city with her?
Hmm.
Is he still in Wyoming? Is she in Los Angeles? You know what I'm saying? So, or wherever she stay at.
I think he has a ranch, but I don't know. When
The
you got
ranch is
money.
in Wyoming, right?
Yeah, you're
Is that
right.
him or
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle?
No, that's him. That's him.
Hmm.
Dave Chappelle is a different state.
Right. So, I mean, is he even in the city with the kids? So I don't know. I know for sure.
Ohio. Dave Chappelle is in Ohio. But yeah, no, Wyoming is definitely Kanye. Kardashian, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's California, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Is it California, New York? California, right?
Yeah, California.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Anyways, Kanye will be Kanye, and I guess we'll see what more he does. Jeez, there's gonna be at least 3 more stories before January 1st.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Easy. Easy. Cause I don't see him stopping no time soon.
Nah. Nah, he's on a roll. He is on
Yeah.
a roll.
No time soon, man. So I'm okay. I'm gonna keep paying attention to him to see what happens. BJ, do you think that the best way to choose a partner is to weigh your pros and cons?
To weigh your pros and cons about Them.
that person. Yeah, you see what's the pros, and then you see what's the cons, and of course, if pros outweigh the cons, because we all know nobody's perfect. So you see, if this person has more positive traits than negative traits, and then if you like them, then you'll take a chance, right?
Yeah, I'd say that's like the default. I don't know if that's the best way.
I mean, what other way could you do it? I'm curious to know.
Well, I know that when the whole pros and cons things have like failed me, it was
Mhm.
more so of me thinking, okay, it was more of like a could I would I want to hurt myself in 10 years? not like a not like literal, but would I be in hell? Would I want to hurt them or hurt me or become crazy in the mind, like having to deal with this person, or could I tolerate them? It's like a tolerance thing. I think tolerance is another thing that people that one thing I've looked at.
Tolerance.
Tolerance, yeah. It's like, yeah, the pros and cons, and it's like, I don't know, they're kind of equal, or there's more cons, but you still want to stay, and it's like, can I tolerate them at that point? That's how far I've
So
gone.
that's your philosophy.
That's how far I've gone,
Really?
but I would hope it stops at pros and
Because
cons.
cons would be negative crap that you don't like.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
But
Versus,
it gets a little messy, right? Relationships toxic, but your heart's involved.
see, I think that's all the way wrong when you say may have way more cons, but I just see if I can tolerate it.
It sounds horrible.
It's terrible, man. Why you
Sounds
want to
horrible.
tolerate something? Because you're almost saying if somebody got more cons than pros, then you're almost on the verge of not liking them.
Yeah,
Because you don't
right,
like the shit that they doing.
right.
Right? So that's you have to change that philosophy all the way around. I think anyway, you got to change that philosophy. Because I don't think that's gonna work.
And the only reason that I've even used that philosophy before is because I'm also battling, or I'll say people are also battling, the ones that care. They're battling the whole I could jump from one to one and have these high standards and be like, no, 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 and never really or just do what you see a lot of other people do and break up relationships. But then you're like, okay, what about the ones that stay together for forever and they have, keep everything together? It's like it's that battle too, where it's like, you want that, you want to do that, you don't want to keep the divorce rate increasing, things like that. So then, yeah, toleration
But
kind
I
of
think
came
if you
in.
choose that option, then you just end up resenting them and hating their guts, man. You know what I mean? When you just stay in there and you don't really like shit they doing and you just hang in there just because you want to not add to the breakup rate, then you just end up resenting them. And then you end up blaming them for your shortcomings. Damn, if I ain't had this sorry ass, I'd be doing this and this and this. So I think that's horrible, man. That's a horrible way of doing it, man. You don't want to tolerate anything. You have to weigh the pros and cons. This is what I think, anyhow. It's not me. Then not it's just me. Now it's Vince.
Yeah.
You want to weigh the pros and cons, and if they have more pros, because like I said, you have to keep in mind nobody's perfect, man. You have to keep that in mind because trust me, when you get out of one frying pan, you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get another.
Right.
You just
That's a part of it too. It's like
you just
toleration.
Well, I mean, but even if you in the frying, if it's frying, you see, but damn, this person do this and this and this, and that's absolutely fantastic. So I can cook a little bit because it's 25 things over here and it's absolutely wonderful.
But you know what a man would do? A man would look over there, see the grass is greener. The grass only looks greener. So because she looks better, they're gonna go hop the fence. This is typically what happens. The girl is probably could be better, but probably, you know, worse in manners and this and that and all that stuff that you don't like, but she looks better. So it's just like, well, that's just what I'll tolerate. I'll tolerate it from this hot one, but I'm not gonna tolerate it from this not hot chick. Like,
Well, you know, we can talk about different perspective. That's you're absolutely right. But that's the difference is that's what a boy would do. A boy with you know with just very inexperienced, and I can say, you know, because all has been boys.
yeah,
So a boy would do that. You know what I'm saying? But once you know, kind of graduate into, you know, real manhood, and you know, you left all that kind of stuff behind, you'll know that, you know, that grass may look green. Damn, that grass green and cut real good over there, man. Damn, man, look like they fertilized. There was some damn, I don't know what. But you have sense enough to know that, you know, it you know, it's not gonna stay like that. It
yeah.
just look, and you can look across that fence and see it, and then you can go on back over here where the grass ain't cut that high, and because you know, but this right here, man, this is, you know, this showing up right here. You know what I mean? It's just, again, like I said, man, you have to go by something.
Yeah.
You have to go by something, and you know, I think it's just, you know, you just figure that out, man. Your pros and cons. You know, people have heard me say, you know, that once you get a certain age, you don't deal with a lot of relationship stuff. You know, a lot of, you know, that's like the furthest thing in your mind, man, is you shouldn't even have time for that. The back and forth,
Yeah.
the dance like you did
The
when you was
dance.
younger.
The
You shouldn't even
dance.
have time for that. You should be focused on the future and
Working together.
working
Staying
together,
together.
and the things that you're building for you and her and him, you know, on the lady side too. You shouldn't even be that shouldn't you shouldn't even be going, you know, dancing back and forth with a, you know, can we talk crap? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But you know, you're gonna always have, you know, little stuff that you need to work out or whatever, but it should be boom boom and over with. You know what
So
I'm saying?
so I've been reading this book called The One Thing. The
Mhm.
One Thing, right? I had to look at the title of it. But in the book, it's all about how multitasking isn't good for you. It doesn't make sense. It's all about how if you just focus on one thing, you'll reach success faster. How to-do lists could be better. Things like that, right? And you just brought up pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
Pros and cons, that's a large list. That's things you got to sort through. Pros, cons. Uh,
Who makes that?
maybe
Why is that a large list?
I think that's a how could that be like a couple things? Oh, two pros, one con. The
Something like
people.
that. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Go ahead, bro, with your statement.
So what do you mean, like the most important things? Because you'd have to break it down, like just the most important pros and most important cons.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, you
like
know,
she takes showers and she doesn't
see
cuss
all
at me.
no, see all that stuff right there. That's not even
That's small.
relevant because we know you're not gonna be with somebody who don't take showers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
stuff like that, you know, I mean, it's the big boys, you know, respect, sacrifice, you know, sex, all them big boys.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, so it's not a lot of them. That's what I'm saying. I think people make it more complex than it needs to be. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah.
Because if you just live life, you know, I mean, because this is how this person got attracted to you, just how you move. So if you just keep moving, you know what I'm saying, how you moving, and then once you find out, you know, well, she don't like this and this, and if it's just, I mean, if you have any kind of feelings for or whatever, it shouldn't be hard to just say, okay, no problem. I don't have to do that.
Well, your list sounds pretty condensed. It sounds like a pretty straightforward path to success. But how about this? Let's say the pros are respect.
Mhm.
Um, but then the con is um a a constant. Well, let's see what you say about this because this could fall under respect. Let's say the con is that she doesn't allow you to just, let's say, lead, or there's always a kind of leadership conflict there.
Mhm.
Does that fall under respect, or is it different?
Well, if you based off what type of guy you are,
Mm,
if you're a born leader, then that's gonna be a big boy for you.
mm-hmm.
If you're a born leader, that's gonna be a big boy, real big boy for you. So you have to decide if you can be flexible with your leading details. You know what I mean? You can always hold on to your vision, but you got to be, if you decide, okay, all right, I've been a dog all my life, of me and a leader, not a dog, a leader all my life. You know, am I cool with hearing some different ways to do things? Then um, it shouldn't be a hard deal. And if you feel something for this person, then it's not hard to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's read some of the lovely stuff, man. Starting with you should, if you don't mind.
You should base your relationship off of sacrifice because someone can have the best attributes and they may not be attentive. They may not be considerate. Everybody's love language is different. Base it off of
Mm,
sacrifice. You did say sacrifice for one of your pros. You said respect and
yeah.
sacrifice, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
She also said love is based on sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice for the person? Pick and choose your battles. Be considerate of the other person's feelings. Another comment from her.
All great.
All
That's
great,
all
all
great.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Another comment from her. Another perspective is when we choose to always look at the negative in the person instead of focusing on the positive, then the negative is all you'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when you are hard and critical on yourself, you have the tendency to be hard and critical to others.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Dang.
The
4 back to back.
Yeah, I mean she's on the show, so that's cool. Uh, she would always look at the negative in a person instead of focusing on the positive in the person. Then the negative is all you will see. So if
I
you
see that.
always criticizing the negative something that somebody's doing, first of all, we wondering like, why the hell? What I mean, I guess if you discuss it, you know what I mean. If you discuss, because I mean, if it's negative to you, it may not be negative to him, or it may not be negative to her.
Hmm.
So I guess you have to at least talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm curious to know if she is even willing to talk about it. But you I don't think just if you necessarily talking about or bring up the negative that you're not focusing on the positive. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think if you only throw out negative, damn man, you can't do this, man, damn man, every day, every day, then yeah, you probably is focusing on the negative. But
Right.
if if you throw out something, hey man, damn, um, damn, can you clean up a little bit? I've been at work all day. You think you can, pick up all this shit off the floor, and then the next day you come back and it's the same, you get the same result, then at that point, I think you're going to be like, well, damn, I ain't got nothing good to say because ain't shit good happening.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
But I think stuff like that, you should just be able to, hopefully you can be able to just chop it up about it. And that person feels enough for you. So the next day when you come back, then, okay, I done picked this up off the floor, so he ain't got shit to say.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you.
You would think, man.
Huh. Yeah, I see what she was saying though. On that, like, kind of projecting. If you're critical in your own mind or very hard, probably be the same to them. So
Right.
like I guess if you come home and it's not cleaned or whatever and you've already had a discussion about it, then
Yeah.
yeah, you're probably gonna pick out a bunch of other stuff too, and
Yeah.
just
Because it's like, I guess at that point it's a domino effect,
yeah.
and so I just, I don't know. Always point out the negative, never point out the positive.
How do you point out more positives? What's a good method? Because
I
you're good.
guess um a lot of people get caught up, and this is true. A lot of people get caught up in when people do positive things or do things, they just, other people be feeling like, well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And you don't hardly pat on the back when you just feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
But some people, men and women, would like to be told, "Hey, man, good job." Damn, man, damn, man. I sure appreciate you working extra, you know, to able me to get this new bedroom suit. But some ladies will feel like this, shit. That's what we needed. That's what I wanted. So, I mean, that's what you got to do is work extra, and they won't give you that, that a boy, that pat on the back for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But
I
some
can
people,
relate.
yeah, some people, some ladies do, they may not, they may have two or three negative things going on, but they like to hear sometimes, man, you keep the house clean. I sure appreciate how you keep the house clean.
So is that a mindset that you're talking about? Is where you just kind of, is it an instinct where you throw out that positivity, or is it something that you're reminding yourself to do?
You have to, I mean, I think it depends on how busy you are, man. Sometimes you have to just, because you can easily come home, the house could be spotless and you just not even notice if you super busy.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Just sit on the clean couch and just
Sit
start,
on the clean couch, man,
start your
smelling
own
like,
mess.
yeah, yeah. But you may not notice it. So I mean, I think that's what she's saying. But if you notice all the negative shit and don't notice that, then yeah, that can be a problem.
Right.
You feel me? So I don't know how you make yourself conscious of the positive stuff and not just,
Ooh.
but it's easier to see negative crap, isn't it? Or is it?
I think it's easier, but what if, I think it's easier to see negative stuff, but it depends on the person. But what if that person sees the positives, they see the negatives, but all they can do is bring up the negatives?
Then you see that's a problem. And if that's what she's saying, I totally agree that if you only can point out the negative stuff, then something wrong with you. That person is pointing it out.
Right.
If you never compliment your lady, she's looking good, and but all you see is, you know, um, when she dressed a certain way and it ain't too sexy, and that's all you bringing up, then shame on you. Um, and I can say that's not, as a guy, man, that's not cool. That's not cool. You have to be able to point out that those positive things that she's bringing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that's not cool. I totally understand that. I can see somebody saying, "Damn, you see all this negative shit I'm doing, but damn, I just had on this and this, and you ain't said nothing.
They said nothing.
I just had on this fire ass dress and
Just gave
looking
a
like
little look
$1 million.
and
You
and
just
and
looked at me, asked me where I'm going. Can't do that, man. You gotta stand, man. Damn. Ooh, where you look good.
see what I would love to, how parents, and I know you probably had a parent figure that had this effect on you, where they could give you, and verbally say the positive stuff, but when it came down to something negative, all they did, and it was in their personality, all they had to do It's not all parent figures, but it's typically one, at least for me, and I think some other people. They didn't have to say anything for the negative stuff. They just gave you a look or gave you a little something that made you like, oh, that was bad. You know,
Yeah.
I want that as a personality. I want that where I don't gotta necessarily just go off and like you did this and this and this and this. It's just I can be like, you know, you
Well,
know.
that's hard to do with your lady, man. Unless you talk about a kid.
Yeah, I'm talking about with your lady.
Yeah, that's hard to do with your lady. Because she gonna be wanting to know. Hey, what? Hey, you looking at me like that for?
uh,
Yeah. The lovely says men's basic needs respect, support, and sex. Women's basic needs protect, provide, participate. And when we learn to fulfill these in one another, you don't have to outweigh pros and cons.
Bam.
She said, what I mean about negative is when you having a conversation and you constantly telling a person what they're not doing instead of telling the person what they can do to make things better. So
Sounds like the same thing to me.
yeah, it basically sounds like it, man. She's saying if don't just tell me what I ain't doing, I guess. Just don't tell me what I'm not doing. Help me or tell me what you think I can do to do better.
Sounds like the same thing to me. It's just a little constructive, but it's still
I mean, it
criticism.
just sounds like she's saying it's just the way you say it.
Oh, okay.
Don't just come in and say, God damn, man, you always messing up the dang on bills, man. You ain't paid it so and so, and you had the money in the account. What's happening? Instead of coming in and say, hey, babe, I see the lights off. Maybe next time, write yourself a note on the refrigerator.
You got the password? You know how to log into the account?
I mean, they make it easy now. You ain't got to put it in. You know what I mean? You can't forget. Just thank you, but just get the candles out right now. We'll be all right. They'll turn it on tomorrow.
But would that doesn't work? That sounds right. Would that wouldn't work, would it?
Well, I mean, according to
Let me backtrack.
maybe that's a better way to put it.
Depends on the woman. It depends on the woman.
Yeah.
Or the person that you're talking to, woman or man, whatever, depends on your partner.
Yeah. Because I mean, I guess if you're a dude and this is your second time getting an eviction notice, okay, the lovely, I guess you wouldn't just say, damn, man, this is your second time getting an eviction notice. You got one the first time, then you had to hustle up the money to get it. Now we got another one. So I guess she's saying you just come in there and say, hey, wow, I see we got another orange sticker on the door, a yellow sticker, or whatever they give you, or letter in the thing. Yeah, maybe next time you I don't know, ask your boss to give you some more hours, or see if BJ can loan you some money or something, so we won't get this eviction notice.
It's easy to say that when you're not in the house getting evicted. It's easy to come up with some constructive criticism when you're not affected.
Yeah.
When you're at a distance and you're like, oh man, yeah, that maybe you should, blah blah blah. But when you're in that house with no lights or in that house with the yellow sticker,
right,
man, that is one tough one.
I mean, at that point, you be like, all that positive crap, man, ain't nothing positive going on.
It all just looks dark and bleak.
It's just dark as hell. We can't eat. We can't warm up nothing. What the hell, man? What you doing? You know what I mean?
Man.
That's funny, man. It's only easy to see negative when you're critical, but when you're positive, then you look for the positive.
Bam. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it's simple. I mean, there's a little more to it if you want to be one or the other, but I mean, it's core. Hey, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to look for the positive in anything for sure. Um,
I think we should let that ride. Look for the positive.
yeah,
Make an effort to be more positive and look for the positives
look for the positive.
in every
Yeah,
day.
I agree, man. Totally. You have to be a positive person, man. You have to be a positive person, and I totally agree with that. Um, yeah. So, look, man, we gonna chime out. That sounds like a great place to put a stamp on. Listen, I want to say this. We are getting very close to Christmas. And if you would like to get any Christmas gifts filled, by all means, you can go to front7rush/shop. And yeah, we have a lot of great merchandise that's still out there. There's they make great Christmas gifts, very affordable, great quality. Go ahead and get started early. Get started early, man. Go ahead and get your sister some, your dad, your mom, get them a nice jacket or a nice hoodie. We have it all. We have it all. You can go to Front Seven Rush. All you gotta do is click on the link, pay your money, just small amount of money, and we'll get that shit right out to you.
Right out.
front7rush.com/shop. It's simple. front7rush.com/shop. Go in there and check it out, man. See what you see if you can get you some nice Christmas gifts, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Holiday time.
Holiday time. Holiday time. Yeah. So
Hey,
listen,
like the video. Share the
yeah,
video.
definitely like the video. Like BJ said, tackle and like the video. And remember this. There is no success without stress. Remember that. I find myself used to say all the time, hey man, I don't want to be stressed out. I want to be stress free. I want da 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 da. You can't be successful without it. It's that yin and yang thing. You have to be somewhat stressed out for success. It just comes with it. Comes with it.
A little note to that. It's not the type of stress that kills you.
Right.
It's not the headache stress.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's that make you think stress. It makes you sharper. It sharpens your mind and your instincts. It's that type of stress.
Yeah.
But it's not that keep you up all night stress.
No.
Yeah.
It's that you stress to wake up early, so you go to sleep early. Stress.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 So listen, bro. We're gonna get up out of here, man. And look, you have a great weekend, my man.
You too.
And
You too.
be safe, man. I think the weather's gonna be nice. I heard next week we're gonna get back off into the 40s and 50s. So
Oh, really? Dang, man.
yeah.
Okay. I was hoping we'd have a little. Well, hey, we still have an opportunity to have a bikini Christmas. I'm just
There
saying.
you go. Gotta stay positive, man. Gotta stay positive. You want to have a swimming pool Christmas, bro? There you go. There you go.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Look here, man. Have a great one, man. Y'all take it easy. We'll see you next week. Peace.